The Titan is just died.
They're the bombs.
The Gilded Gladiators have reverse swept, and it's the Gilded Gladiators who will be your 8th and final team in the SMITEPro League.
After a year plagued by losses and roster changes, the Gilded Gladiators have looked for wins wherever they can find them, losing players like Inbound, Stewart, and back-to-back world champion Scary D. They become a feeder team for the league. With the window of opportunity closing, the team needed something big, and they found it by picking up SCC talent Jengaru. A rookie jumping into the SPL, Jengaru hit the ground running and quickly became a win condition for the team. Now the only question left for him to answer is how he'll perform on the world stage.
The Gladiators are just that kind of perennial bottom team that every league has, no matter if it's the NFL, NBA, or whatever. There's always a bottom team, and it just so happens to be the Gladiators. They show signs of life, but I think what they really lack is just someone to be like, let's do this, and let's just stick with it.
Like, even when things are going good, they'll do something really like silly or just dumb, and they'll throw it away. It's just like, this game's unlosable, just don't do this and you'll be fine. And they do it, and you're like, okay, like what the heck are you guys doing? They'll get to these situations where the game looks like it's unlosable, and then they'll just have a mental lapse.
To me, the tough part about the Gladiators is that I don't have a lot of confidence in their front line. I think in part it's just because Jake is just Jake, you know, like he does his same thing every single game. He's not really a leader. He's not really a guy that you play through. He's a guy who's gonna hit his buttons really well. He's not gonna miss abilities. He's not gonna, you know, do anything too crazy, which can sometimes be good. But I think when you're on a team that's struggling, you kind of need somebody to take risks, and you need somebody to kind of get them going.
And I think Kim, he's also had to do a lot of heavy lifting on that team in terms of, you know, it's already hard enough playing jungle and like trying to, you know, run the map, but like, I feel like he, based on listenings, he's kind of having to do everything.
I also think is at this point, they've kind of got nothing to lose. They are able to take a gamble on a player like Jengaru. They're able to like ask another SML player. That's what makes the roster change really good for them, is the fact that they can take a gamble on this really good mechanical player and hope he pops off and hope he becomes the carry of the team. And obviously it's worked out for them.
They're only looking to learn and get better, and I don't think they're in that rut that they were before. I think that's what's changed. And that's why Jengaru can be their win con, because mid is really strong right now, and he's just fresh blood that maybe people don't know how to play against.
I think he's just a good player, to be honest. And I think one of the things I loved to see when I watched him play was that he had confidence in going into the SPL. A lot of players would be shy, or maybe not take that 1v1, or maybe not take this more aggressive choice in a team fight. But I saw him do that, and that's something that I respect a lot. And I think given time, he'll be definitely a really good player in the SPL.
I really like the Jengaru pickup. I think he's been playing really good. I think he's also like coming to his own in the league already. He's playing the Assassins as well. He's playing the Hunters, he's playing the Mages. He's playing the typical stuff that every SPL mid lane is playing.
But just having that comfort of knowing, like, we queue a lot of rank together, even like when we weren't teaming. So we both know how we both want to play, and it just makes it a lot easier to play the map and like make things more comfortable. Because if I'm like very vocal in what I'm doing and he already knows what I want to do, his job just becomes a lot easier.
I think it's like an underdog team. I think it's a sneak underdog team. But yeah, it's kind of all execution for them, really.
I think they do have potential. I think it's more of a spoiler team. They could take a set off a good team. I do not think they can make a full Worlds run though.
Unless the Glads fix a lot of their issues and really focus up and, you know, put the work in that they need to do, I think they'll struggle to make it to Worlds. You know, I think they do need to focus up and find a solution to what's going on. They're definitely good enough to qualify to Worlds. You know, they're good enough players. It's just, can they make it work?
It's been a new look Gladiators with Jengaru, but we'll have to see if that breath of fresh air is enough to push them into a World Championship qualification.